Hey guys, Beast Force here, and welcome back to my Phineas and Ferb breakdown. Today we're going to focus on two episodes of the first of the time shift episodes of Phineas and Ferb. One is set in the Stone Age and one is set in the Great Wall of China, while moving away the present day elements to focus on other time shift episodes beyond and above. And that won't be the last time that we will get a time shift episode, as we're gonna get Excalibur and plenty more in the future. Those are the two episodes that start the time shift episode throughout the rest of some of the episodes that builds onto it. And also, speak about Phineas and Ferb across the second dimension. I really like this movie and I would love to do a breakdown. I know the second dimension takes place after a road trip, and I know it's the coincidence of that, but I'm not going to do a breakdown on the second dimension just yet when I get to it. But I don't really feel like doing it right now. I will do it after I finish the season 3 breakdowns because it will feel too complicated and I don't want to get overwhelmed. I want to get season 3 done first and then we get to the movie. But it will take a long time, so stay patient, people. Kuro the artist also did Ben 10 Alien Sword before the season's finale of Ben 10 Alien Force, and Ben 10 Alien Sword came out before season 3 of Ben 10 Alien Force, so I'm going to be doing the same thing with Phineas and Ferb across the second dimension. If this is your first breakdown, you curious to know how the rating system works, there's a detailed description down below along my other videos on my playlist that I'll also have the description down below. Aliki Theophilopoulos and Anton Gilbard wrote an episode called The Tri-Stone Era, the first one of the Time Shift episode, premiered on January the 13th, 2012 on Disney Channel US, and is also the first episode to premiere on 2012. It's the Stone Age, and Finnebuck and Gerb are cavemen who decide to invent something new, fun and useful, the wheel. Meanwhile, Doofenshmirtz attempts to make his digs more upscale by using the Perseverer to donate a device, a plain old stick. You get to see the silhouette of the Flynn Fletcher's house as it's covered and you thought it was actually present day. But as soon as the shadow disappears with the silhouette, you get to see we're in the Tri-Stone area now. We're in the Stone Age era with the background as it's not fully covered with leaves as the tree is different as the layout too.
Wow. Me Finnabunk, Wakatuka.
They're speaking cave language as some people, when I first watched this episode, I just couldn't understand it. But going on, I understand a few bits. And this one is Wakatuka, when Isabella said means what you're doing. So I'm going to count that. Let's talk about the designs. Phineas and Ferb are dressed as cavemen as Isabella has a bone in her hair instead of a bow, which is very different and it's very unique in this kind of age.
Wakatuka. Boof guard.
Some things just never change.
What you do? What you doing? About that, what you doing back there? Up. We'll talk about it later.
Are just gonna be talking in cave talk?
And these are the co-creators of Phineas and Ferb, Jess Swampy Marsh and Dan Pomeroy, making their first appearance on the screen, and that won't be the last when we get to Candace Against the Universe and At Your Age. There's a lot of layouts in their office. You get to see a guitar, a Perry, an action figure in Toy of the World. I don't know what this thing's in the top. They're actually sketches of it, as you can see. And the Doofenshmirtz figure next to Dan Pomeroy in the table.
Photo animation.
Why don't we just film it?
And that was actually a good idea because the audience doesn't understand, including me at that time, but I'm glad they did it.
Oh, that's nice.
If anyone doesn't know Dan Pomeroy and Swampy Marsh's name, there you go.
But where's Perry?
The most funniest thing, just Swampy Marsh, the voice of Major Monogram, said, "Where's Perry?" instead of Perry the Bunker Girl.
Gunga lunga.
His name is Major Monogram, but it's Monobrow in the Tri-Stone area, as Perry the Bunker Girl is briefed again about Doofenshmirtz, Doofenbog, whatever his name is, and Carl's a monkey. Wow. Yet to hear that theme, but this time in cave soundtrack, like dun 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 dun, like in present day.
Gugudwa.
Agio.
Another translate I could recognize as Phineas said, yes, yes we are.
Parkishtok.
Tankuta.
Kawadar.
Linda and Lawrence is known as Da and Morg, as Da is known as Lawrence, as Morg is known as Linda Flynn Fletcher, as even in this cave world, they're actually married, just like in the other world. We still don't know what happened to Phineas and Candace's dad.
Digaraba od. Yarin charka.
We learned about the third part I know is Linda said to Can Talk, said that you in charge, similar to Roller Coaster, the pilot.
If that happens, you're in charge.
Get Gerb. Can't talk in Charka.
It means she said I'm in charge, which we understand that part. Even in the Stone Age, you can't just ignore front face Phineas.
Dumaka Satalaka?
Phineas is confused as he doesn't understand, nor Candace as well. He mentioned about the satellite. I like how Candace uses her sticks to have fun to make music, as there are no phones exist in the Stone Age. Stacy has ancestor, but her name hasn't been known yet in the Tri-Stone area. I'm gonna call him Stace Gog. And that is the caveman version of the Quirky Worky song that was also used in present day, but this is different. I like how they communicate with each other as they do the salute as we know it. Phineas and Ferb and many characters are unintelligent in this area, but once it evolves, everyone will be very smart. That's a caveman version of Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated, but Incorporated hasn't been invented yet. Doofenshmirtz really must enjoy this thing, dropping it, even though technology hasn't evolved yet. Even in the Stone Age, Doofenshmirtz doesn't recognize Perry the Plow was actually wearing a thing in the hat, as he wears a different thing. Doofenshmirtz is so dumb. Even in the Stone Age, Doofenshmirtz traps Perry the Bunker Clock. Doofenshmirtz.
Akalaka.
It means flashback or backstory. Take your pick. And that's first of this humor. Once you become a fish, you become a caveman. Once you become a caveman, you become something different and overall evolves into a human. Reminds me of the Halloween Vacation when Doofenshmirtz was trying to evolve everyone in the tri-state area. Even in Stone Age, Roger Doofenshmirtz has always been better than Heinz Doofenshmirtz. What happened to their parents? Man, Roger Doofenshmirtz really enjoying this paradise right here. He has something. I'm not sure. I don't understand this. Maybe to make Roger Doofenshmirtz his brother stupid or something.
This was a bad idea.
No.
I agree with Dan Power. It is a bad idea because the audience wouldn't understand, but I'm glad it makes sense in the grand scheme of things.
Get out of the way. Give me the pen. So, Finna, and they're getting ready to show their...
I'm actually glad this exists because with Jeff Swampy Marsh and Dan Pover explaining to each other how the Tri-Stone area works. Look at Phineas's face while he's looking down. It looks so weird. He puts a wheel in Balchi as instead of giving a wedgie, which is not having known yet. It means Phineas and Ferb, you are so Boston. I don't need to know it, we already know what it is. It means I know what we're gonna do today, but in the Wikipedia, it hasn't been put into it yet, which is an error. It's not my fault or anything. I think they just forgotten. I really hope if anyone works in the Wikipedia team of Phineas and Ferb, someone needs to tell them to put it in because I'm going to be doing the end of counter in season 3 once I get to this is your backstory. Gerb is creating an SUV, which they're starting to become intelligent.
Enthuzalaka.
Bobby Fabus actually exists in the Tri-Stone area in this Stone Age, but what happened to Love Hand and what about Danny and Swampy? We all know what Doofenshmirtz knows what he said. I know it is. It means, behold, the Stickinator. So he's going to use the stick on the mammoth to get Roger, his brother Roger Deucer, out of the tree so he can use it for himself. That's not really evil, it's just that you want to get into it.
The mammoth's with his stickinator.
Nice to see both of them talking English to understand what the audience doesn't know, as the audience found out that they finally learned what it makes sense.
And Doof can live there.
I'm going to call it the tri-stone version of the SUV that Phineas and Ferb are driving, and they are too young to drive, but again, driving doesn't exist in the Stone Age yet.
Me can talk.
Hey, Cherubunk.
Even in the Stone Age, Jeremy loves Candace and each other, so it makes sense. I like this too. Kant gets absolutely frozen with his feet, as he will be frozen for decades and decades and decades until the present day, which Phineas and Ferb found him in the BC or boyfriend, whatever you call it. Which Dan Prover might have said it was the weakest episode, which I believe it's true. And that's Candace molding her hair into the present day version. Looks like the vulture has got Candace. Candace's stick is about to burn, as it's gonna make into a fire once we get towards the end.
Mog bust a Finnabunk and Gerb.
She said Mom bust Phineas and Ferb. We all know what it is. Looks like your plan has backfired, and the mammoth is pretty intelligent than the cavemen.
And Gerb Makadukanga.
She's telling her mom that Phineas and Ferb built a Humvee. I'm surprised that Linda doesn't recognize Doofenberg, as well as Phineas and Ferb walking past him, which makes sense if you watch the second dimension before this episode in airing, although it will be actually pretty clear.
Oh.
She's saying her typical but, just like in every episode.
Wow, make a foomfa.
That means Candace make a fire from the lava thanks to the vulture. And there goes Doofus Mertz's place.
Ah, bonk.
You trapped Perry the bunker guard, and he did absolutely nothing to stop him. And Doofus stops himself again, just like before in the present day.
Kentak maka foomfa. Bunkada bunka quank.
You all know what it means, I don't need to say it. And I'm surprised that Balji said it instead of Phineas, Ball, and Gurk.
We should wait until tomorrow before we tell them about our new language.
Yes. Yes, we should.
Looks like this is the first time I got all of them in the counter. Too young, I know what we're doing today, and everything else. Very, very nice.
The song.
Just like in every episode, Phineas and Ferb always need a song, no matter what.
Zupatea.
Which is a prehistoric version of Gitchy Gitchy Goo, which is actually strange, but it works as well as it is. And there's the Fireside Girl. I'm going to call them the Firestone Girls, as it is reference to prehistoric times. The song is good, but Baljeet makes it even better with that vocal sound. That is impressive. Even the co-creators are enjoying the song, which is nice. Next to Swampy Round, you get to see Doofus sitting on a chair with Perry, which is an episode called Road Trip, which in Areola, this episode came out after this episode. Phineas using a skeleton like a guitar, and Ferb using a bongos to make it have a fun. You can tell this is Gitchy Gitchy too, as they sing My Heart Starts Popping. And the best part about this part of the song, that song was used as a quote for a wedding vow, as Dan Povermeyer did a video of it.
Dan Povermeyer. Chakalaka moo, ichi shimagu.
The first time I've ever been quoted in wedding vows, those particular lyrics, there was no who pitched out those particular syllables, but it makes me laugh that it's not even Gitchy Gitchy Goo means that I love you, which is from Flopstars and since lyrics to mean I love you. It's the caveman speak version of that from Tri-Stone area, where we're just making up gibberish for everything, and we're making gibberish on top of gibberish. It's sort of several several levels removed from reality, but I'm so glad you used it, and have a great marriage. Have a great marriage. I'm honored.
I'm glad this episode is made because if we didn't have an episode like this, I wonder if it done something else, but I'm glad it did, and it did very good. It was a very fun episode, but the plot will get a 2. Plot A has more focus beyond Finnebug and Gur making a car thing to, as Isabella and the other friends, Buford and Baljeet, the caveman version of them, make a wheel look like a car of a submarine or a SUV. But as well as Cantor, as she still has her way of busting just like the present day, even though she failed once again. It is the same formula as the previous episode, as Perry the Bunker Girl didn't do much, even though he got trapped, while Doofenberg actually tried to get rid of his brother so he can live there, but overall his plan failed, as Count make a full far, and in the end we sing the song, and that's how it goes. Characterization will get a 5. Even in the caveman versions of Finnebug and Girl, everyone else in their character acts the same thing. Isabella, Buford, Baljeet, Cantor, even Bobby Fabulous is there with Linda and Lawrence as well as Doofus and Perry. Even though they didn't have much, it's nice to see them as well as these two as together. Even though there are some moments in it, it's not much of it, but if you in the grand scheme of things looking at it, it matches up to their present day. Visuals are 4. I really like how they changed it's not like a tri-state area as it is in prehistoric times version of it, with the house, Phineas and Ferb, and the rest of the caveman versions of them has a very good design, doofus smirts, a lot of things, and the song as well. But it's not as stunning as the previous episode, but it's still good enough to warm your heart with incredible visuals. It's not visually spectacular, it's still good enough. Importance, it gets a 3. It's because of the continuation of the time shift episodes, as we do get more of the theme of it, and this is actually the first one. Entertainment, you know what the score is, as it gets a 19 out of 25, and that sets off the start of the first episode, the time shift episode. Looking back at it, it's actually pretty fun, but it's hard to understand, but it is a pretty fun episode of the prehistoric times. But moving on to the next one, which will actually improve things. Completing the first 2 time shift episodes of Phineas and Ferb, called Doof Dynasty, written by Michael Deidre and Tom Minton on January the 14th, 2012 on Disney Channel US. In the 16th century, Ming China is at war with the Mongols, led by Doofus Khan. When Phineas and Ferb witness the Khan kidnap ruler, Princess Isabella, they and their friends seek out Master Perry to learn the ways of the warrior and save the princess. This takes place in 1542, where the Ming Dynasty continues to reign supreme. Really love the design of the dragon. It's like China Lunar Year when you see it, like every year. Whoever designed this, good shit.
Not how it works! Find a solution.
I really love the designs of Phineas and Ferb, what they look like in China, as their hair looks very different with the designs of their clothes. Very good, keeping it traditional in the time shift. This episode has very painted backgrounds and all design what we get to. As you get to see the spinning, look at the things in there. Good shit.
It's Regent Monogram, Princess Isabella.
In the 16th century, Phineas has a crush on Isabella, while in present day, Isabella has a crush on Phineas, which is the complete opposite. Very similar in the second dimension, but it was cut, but we'll get there.
Just not safe for you out in the wide world.
He has a point. Wait until we get to the next scene.
He's been a plague on our land for far too long.
Anything because you're a hereditary monarch.
Even in this time and age, Major Monogram still has a monobrow, or whatever his name is, and he has a beard, similar to in Bora Bora in At Your Age. And Isabella's design, she has a queen bow in her head instead of a bow, and her design looks unique. I really love how Lawrence and Linda looks different there. Really loving the designs.
Over there!
Oh no, Doofus cans!
Those are Doofus Khan's forces with sword and stuff. Regent Monogram and Princess Isabella are outnumbered.
The royal thingy! It is called a job.
Never change, Buford.
If you need me, I'll be over here in the thingy. Couch. Whatever.
Now you see?
As Doof Khan snatches her cookie, you get to see her crown just loses as you get to see she actually has a ball under it.
The princess! A taunting scroll.
Doofus Khan makes a taunting skull. Even in the past, even in the future, present, Doofus work will always be the same. Doofus Khan.
Full-scale attack now with the princess at risk. Only Master Perry had wanted to live a contemplative life on the unclimbable mountain.
And that will be Phineas and Ferb where they we going. And look at the mountains there with the textures as it looks so painted. And it's designed very well.
Guys, I know what we're gonna do today.
Even in the 16th century, Doofus Khan actually gets a jingle. The top is very similar to Evil Incorporated building, but it looks very painted there as look at his fortress all around it as he made himself a home with a yacht.
Will have your head.
Me, all the time I need to complete over the tri-province area!
As we look at Doofus Khan designs, look at the spike of his head and the design as he's wearing the undershirt and he's actually wearing a cape there. He looks so good.
Of course, I've planted booby trap now.
The most annoying thing of this part that Isabella could have escaped, but I realized the guards are down there, so it would be pointless. Even in the 16th century, Doofus Khan is still remained to be smart and dumb.
Keep on some rats to keep you company. I'll see you there.
In the present day timeline, Doofus actually kidnaps people, but not kids like Isabella. But Doofus Khan actually, first of what we've seen of him, he actually kidnapped a princess, and she's a kid, which is insane.
The unclimbable.
As the background's painted, you get to see the lightning while the Phineas and Ferb gang climb up in the mountains.
To cross the uncrossable river of unscribe of redundantness. What are they up to now?
The episode designs look good and as well as being painted very well of the textures and colours. I really love the shadow of Candace hiding in the tree, which matches it.
Oh, that'll do. Though I suppose here in China we just call them.
I really love how it scribbles with the circle as to make the water effect look real. I like that even though it's painted very well.
We have just the thing.
Even in the 16th century, Phineas and Ferb are very smart.
For it.
And there is Master Perry.
Only you can save her.
Master Perry the Platypus looks like a monk as he is a hero warrior now retired, now living in the mountains somewhere.
Made you give up the life of a warrior hero.
The ripple effect or Perry giving flashback, nice unique.
That's a ripple dissolve. He must be having a flashback.
Master Perry snapping back to reality as they're gonna give them a training test.
He has to rescue the princess, us to do it ourselves.
And Master Perry agrees that he's going to do a training montage with Phineas and Ferb and the gang to help proceed the caution. Front face Phineas, but you don't see the hair in the back. He looks so weird. The song is called The Way of the Platypus, sung by none other than Rick Crowley, as Robbie Wacker was not available as it was recorded in October the 2nd, 2010, and it has a lot of reference in the song once they do the montage. That's a reference to the 36th chamber of Charlene with a man holding two buckets. Phineas and Ferb are doing well, but not Buford and Baljeet. This shot right there is awesome. Master Perry pointing at Phineas and Ferb and the gang looks cool. As Perry squeezed the thing with his fingers, look at how awesome and badass Master Perry is. I like how Buford is worried that he hits Master Perry just like that as he comes back to it. I'm thinking he could have just grabbed it and dodged it. He's like emphatically not hurt by that. This montage right there is giving me Rocky vibes, like training from the first to the end, and that is what it looks like, and it's done very well. The sponge was actually a reference to The Karate Kid. As Booth is running with two buckets of water, you get to see the statues of it and the design of the logo of the dragon right there. It looks so good. Baljeet fell in his knees, which is a reference to Platoon. This part makes no sense, but it's hilarious as well as, look at the platypus shit, it looks so good as it looks like a tail in the back. Swamp equals reference, and that little green man known as Yoda, which is a reference to Star Wars, and at that time, Disney hasn't bought Star Wars yet, as it aired in January the 14th, 2012, as Disney bought Star Wars from Lucasfilm from October the 30th, as they can't use it yet until then. They have to just avoid copyright, so that's the reason why they can't do it. I really love how they transform into traditional drawing into a painted version of Phineas and Ferb, Beefing and Baljeet and the gang. This looks very cool. I think this song is an illusion of Mulan, which is a similar montage of Phineas and Ferb. Funny enough, Min Na Wen, who voices Mulan, actually voices in the show. And it also won an award in 2012 by Jill Daniels, Outstanding Individual Achievement in Animation, which is also the last time that Phineas and Ferb won the award, until Candace Against the Universe in 2020.
He's doing it again. Where are they?
See anything, right?
He is still thinking about the flashback from before, which is hilarious. And there's the terracotta statue which Phineas and Ferb and the gang are going to use to battle against Doofus. And look at the designs of the buildings. This looks art. Even in the 16th century, you still can't skate front-face Phineas. I wouldn't be surprised if this crocodile's named after Susan.
We made it.
Phineas and Ferb beats the trap while Doofus Khan can't. Phineas and Ferb is stronger than Doofus Khan, confirmed, as well as you can't skate front-face Phineas.
My hero.
And that's the first time sign of Phineas falling in love with Princess Isabella. Since it's not revealed in the present world, they can do whatever they want to it, which is fine.
Mackerel, how did you guys defeat all these soldiers?
Looks like the training from Master Perry and the Little Green Man has paid off. Well done.
No time for flashbacks.
Running away with the princess!
Looks like he has a dragon just like before.
It must be Doofus Khan's secret weapon.
Good googly moogly.
Even in the 16th century, Regent Monogram still says Great Googly Moogly.
What have you done with Princess Isabella? Bury it. I know I am, but what are you?
And roasted, but I really love how Dan Potter and Swampy Marsh have making fun of each other even though they're grown-ass men. I love it. They're very cool.
Actually, sorry, I think it's a dragon. Oh!
Should have listened to your boss instead of getting whacked by a tail of Doofus Khan. Doofus Khan is actually more evil than the present day version, even though Doofus Mercs is actually a terrible villain. But Doofus Khan, he's on a different level. Kidnap Isabella, using dragons to burn down a couple of villages in the house. He's more flipped than unusual, and I'm here for it.
Terracotta warrior!
I love how everyone working together, including Princess Isabella.
Terracotta warrior! Oh look, he's doing that crane thing!
Crane kit or jump kit? Take your pick.
To be real cliche!
Did Doofus Khan broke the fourth wall? Fireproof bitch. And also Doofus Khan didn't burn himself this time. I mean Doofus Khan.
That was a stupid design.
If this is present day Doofus Mercs, he could have lost this battle. Doofus Khan is just so good. And the first three, he's kidnapped Isabella, burned down the village, and now took the key of Phineas and Ferb and the gang.
Allow me to put you to sleep!
Doofus Mercs showing no mercy as well. This version is ruthless.
No! Perry the platypus!
Master Perry returned, but this time he actually wearing a robe, he has a hair, and he's wearing his brown sandals, and he is ready for a fight, and he kicks ass.
Oh! Perry the platypus!
No matter what Doofus Merc's ancestors form, he will always call him Perry the Platypus.
Ow! Here!
I wish Master Perry actually took off the key, but I love how He's like, would you do the honors of taking off Doofus Card's key of the dragon? He's like, let's do it. That is Perry the Platypus's theme, which is the same as the present day, but this time in the 16th century.
Giant mechanical terracotta warrior.
That would have been the point!
This is odd that Candace doesn't turn to see the big ideas, as Linda knows it's going to disappear anyways. I really love how the background we get to see Isabella and Reginald Monogram together as they embrace soon.
Party now?
You bet.
A Chinese finger trap. Haven't seen it since it's Mud World.
Insult to injury.
I'm glad they didn't forget that as well. Reginald Monogram got his payback. Nice.
Keep our fair land safe from barbarian invaders.
Ferb, I know what we're gonna do tomorrow.
Well, in the previous scenes, it takes place in 1542, but when the War of China built, it takes place in 1644. So how does the fuck does Phineas and Ferb survive? And that's the third time we get to see the Wall of China. The last one was in Summer Belongs to You, but this is in the 16th century or the 17th century we see it.
Great Wall.
Oh, what do you want to do tomorrow?
And that's the first time we see Phineas and Ferb as old. James at first sounds the same as he's old, as Phineas sounds different, and they both have grey hair, but they still haven't grown a height, as they still look like the same size as a kid. But they fixed that issue in At Your Age.
How about a game of Mahjong?
Even before and now, even when I watch this episode, it's better than the previous episode, Tri-Stone Area, which I enjoyed both of them, but I like this one more. I'm gonna give the plot a 3. When Doofus Card and his warriors kidnap the princess, Phineas and Ferb and the gang goes to find Master Perry, as they do a lot of training and they learn from him to how to fight, which is one of my favourite plot lines in this episode, as they go rescue Princess Isabel, as well as Doofus Card uses a dragon to fight a terracotta warrior controlled by Phineas and Ferb and the gang, and he almost won until Master Perry comes back and defeats him. And with Phineas and Ferb helping along the way, as they inspired them to build the Great Wall of China while it got destroyed. It's just a simple plot, but it's done very well. Characterization will get a 5. No matter what version Perry is, he will always be a badass, and he did more than Perry the Bunker Card, as he got trapped and did absolutely nothing, while Master Perry came back and he defeats Doofus by taking the key by rolling his tongue, as well as Phineas and Ferb learning from him, along with Buford and Baldrick training to rescue the princess while learning ways of Master Perry doing things. It's amazing. And Princess Isabella too, as well as Major Regent Monogram as well. Everyone else is very consistent. This version of Doofus Khan, whatever, is more evil than the present day version. Kidnaps a princess, burning down villages and a lot of places, almost defeating Phineas and Ferb. He did more than what Doofus present day did, even though present day Doofus is not much of a villain. Doofus Khan is more ruthless, as well as the second dimension, and it's only 11 minutes, and that's shown his worth. Visuals, it's got to be a 5. Love the designs of Phineas and Ferb and the gang looking like the 16th century, which is pretty accurate. It may not be as a lot of accurate, but at least it did a very good job. The montage of the song, the fight scene with the terracotta warrior and the dragon, which controlled by Phineas and Ferb and the gang, and the backgrounds painted of the design, which won the Emmy Award, everything else is done very well, and it looks stunning. Importance and entertainment will get the same ratings as the previous episode. 21 out of 25. 2 score higher than Tri-Stone Era, even though I like both of them. I like this one more. It's action-packed, it's full of comedy, the songs are good, the montage is good, the backgrounds of the paintings of the designs look good. Everything else is very, very put well together. You know, in the Tri-Stone Era, none of them can speak English towards the end of the episode, as Robert F. Hugh uploaded a Twitter, a script that provides that, which you could see in the evidence, which actually makes more sense, as they're trying to create it in a different language, and they know how to translate their audience very well, as Dan and Swampy provided it. If you want to look at the picture, here you go. The photo was actually taken in Frank G. Wells' building in Walt Disney Studios in Burbank by none other than Robert F. Hughes' wife, Jennifer Hughes, who plays the farmer's wife. I also did the poll on which of Fireside Girls is your favourite character, and 91% Gretchen, as she got the most vote. As second is Ginger with 55%, as Addison gets 31%, as Holly gets 10%, as Melissa gets 9%, as Kate actually gets 3%, which is the lowest, along with Millie, who I don't believe she is as popular as she is, but Gretchen is one of the most memorable characters, and she is voiced by none other than Ira Winter, who plays Sophia the Princess, as well as Addison Sweetwater, who is memorable, including she gets more episodes in season 5, including her mom being appeared. So Gretchen wins by a lot. I'm gonna do a new poll on which evil version of Doofus, not included the second dimension, is Doofus Khan, the present day Doofus Smurfs, male Smurf, or the other version of Doofus Smurfs from Trot to the Doom of Tot to Doing. Let me know in the community tab when it goes live. Until then, I hope you have a fantastic day. As always, see ya.